Hi there, it's Tony here, and today I want to talk to you about a simple little word. It's called relax, and we can almost add action onto it and turn it into relaxation. So you're acting at relaxing, and relaxing or relaxation is something that's vitally important for us all to function correctly. So I want you to think about this from a work point of view. When you're in your workplace, are you just working hard all the time? Are you self-employed? Are you driving yourself? You're trying to meet the next deadline? You're trying to get your next client? And it's push. Or do you give yourself some gaps throughout the day to gather your thoughts and just decompress a little bit? If you're working for somebody else, have you got a boss that's really demanding of you? When you've left work, do you find that you've got your phone on all the time? That you're getting all your notifications coming through of emails that have got to be answered there and then? Telephone calls that have got to be made straight away? Social media messages that have got to be answered? Are you in that scenario where you're available 24/7? Because if you are, you're driving yourself down and you're actually going to be getting less and less productivity and efficiency out of the work that you're doing. Because if we don't have our life in balance, then things are going to get just dead wrong for you. Think about this. If you just work and there's no play, it says you're going to be a very dull man. But also, your body is going to start closing down on you. You're going to start getting real issues. Your cognition's going to be decreasing. Your focus is going to be decreasing. And perhaps more importantly than any is your ability to be creative. Because the brain's a muscle and it needs to be worked, but it also needs time to shut down, to slow everything down. And that's where relaxation comes in. And if you allow yourself to do this in regular spurts throughout the day, don't be afraid to have a granddad nap if you're in a position where you can take a granddad nap, or a power nap if you prefer that saying. Don't be afraid to get up and walk away from your workstation and go and have a walk, get some fresh air, get into nature. We're really fortunate, we've got some woods close by and we can get some nice long walks in the woods. It's really good for you. You feed off all that energy that's around you. It just reinvigorates you. So find yourself in a position where you can maybe just do some breathing. Do some deep breathing and focus on your breathing. Or do something that's going to give you some movement. Go for a walk. Or do some yoga or some Pilates. Or maybe go down to the gym and do a high intensity interval training session. Wouldn't recommend that to everybody, but HIIT training, a lot of people swear by it. You've got to allow the brain to turn off. You've got to allow your psyche to turn off. The good advert from Mars was, you've got to work, rest and play. And that's vitally important, because if we just work, we're going to burn out. If you're burning the matches at both ends, bad things start happening. And it gets worse for us the older we get. So don't burn the candle at both ends. Be sensible. Think about it like running a marathon or even doing an ultra. Okay, a very short story. I once ran 145 miles from Birmingham down to London, down the Grand Union Canal. And I did that by going out for a 5-mile run. And then I just repeated the 5-mile run. And then I went for another 5-mile run and I went for another 5-mile run. You get the story. 38 hours later, I was down in London. By taking it into bite-sized chunks, stopping frequently, recharging my batteries, taking fuel on board, I was able to achieve what some people would say is a little bit crazy. I've only done one, I'm not doing any more. So, relax. Allow yourself to have some downtime. It's good for you. And if you're working for somebody else, try and get them to understand that you're not skiving, that it's actually going to be beneficial for them and their business if you take a little bit of time away from your workstation or away from whatever it is you're doing, so that you can recharge your batteries and become far more proficient. Anyway, that's enough from me. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week, and we'll speak to you again soon. Cheers.